I thought, okay, maybe we'd be in domestic market, newspaper, something along those lines, the odd trade media outlet. Instead, it was national, hard hitting. I'd say the visibility was so much more than I could have ever thought, and it far exceeded my expectations. The main reason we decided to hire a PR firm was really to have some visibility. I would say I was expert in the field, but not able to speak into the field just based on being with multinational corporations, etc. So then now being on my own and having that flexibility to speak outward, having that avenue, and then as well for the business, building the brand and the cadence to show that we were kind of experts in that field. And that's why we were looking for support. It was the right fit because Stephanie was able to break it down to someone that had no PR background or didn't understand anything about PR, and was able to, I'd say, take it into chunks that a non-educated person in that discipline was able to consume. And that was exactly what I was looking for. I wanted to learn it as well as do it, and Lank was the obvious choice for that, being able to take a very complex discipline and make it very user-friendly for someone that this wasn't their forte and scared to enter that whole market. So we went from obviously a Canadian company with no visibility in the US to a Canadian company with a significant amount of visibility in the US, and the majority of our clients being in the US. And that's directly related to the PR activities that you and your firm completed, which was top notch. So it took us from dabbling around the edges to being, I'd say, like the bylines and podcasts and interviews and the depth of knowledge. It really brought it forward. It wasn't just, I'd say, quick hits on a large national media. It was the in-depth articles that you were able to get us visibility on that really showed our differentiator in the market. So as much as there was the national media that brought attention to us, it was the trade articles that separated us from competitors. So it was the mix that you had brought forward was exactly what we were looking, or didn't know what we were looking for, but what we actually were looking for. There's been a couple that I would say the relationships bonded because they liked what they heard during either articles or interviews that you and your firm set up, and that correlated to discussions which turned into business. So it was the right forms that you were putting us in, and that led to the discussions with the right people that turned into continued business, which is wonderful. And that's I didn't think that PR worked that way, and it definitely showed its value. Industry experts being like, oh, okay, so you must really know X. And it's like, well, we do based on the work of our PR firm. That's your doing. You were part of the team and not so much an external party, which was wonderful. And I'd say that in the field that I'm in, where all the trade news was always dropping late on a Friday, the amount of times that we were available after hours or over the weekend to set things up or react to the market was incredible. And I think that's what was one of the big separators, was the going above and beyond, and the extra hours and the off hours that you provided to us was the big differentiator. I think it was the knowledge that you had of your market, and that really surprised me of, okay, this is what our company is looking at, and you were like, you knew where and what we should be focusing on, which was very awesome. And I know we joked about being an unofficial trade nerd now because of it, but the amount that you consumed of our discipline to be able to talk to us in our terms was great, and then indicate where it made the most sense. For anyone that hasn't thought about PR or have thought about it and hasn't taken the plunge, I think it's well worth your time, and especially with a PR firm that understands your business and understands what you're looking to get out of it. And the amount that you recalibrated with us as our thoughts changed was, I think, one of the things that that flexibility of knowing what we needed and helping us walk to get to where we needed to go and then run was part of the main reasons that there was huge successes. Just being that visibility is, you don't realize how much you and your team did or we did in such a short time. When you look at, like, we have a media page on our website now and it's busting at the seams, and that's based on all the hard work that you and your firm did. And that is where I fully expected, a handful, and we've got more than we can handle. And that was, I'd say that goes back to you having that ability. And it's definitely one thing that as we continue to evolve as a company, we're definitely going to re-engage you and recommend anyone to re-engage you, because of the services are top notch.